Well, we're back again, and I want to try and wind this whole series of videos up about the DBS. And yes, I'm growing some hair back finally. Just one little scar left to be covered up. But I had a lot of questions. I hope I remembered them all, but I'm going to try to cover everybody's questions for you. And the biggest one is it covered by Medicare? Yes. Yes. If you have Medicare, like if you're on disability or if you're retirement age and you have Medicare, it will cover what Medicare is supposed to cover. Now, Medicare covers 80%, so you got to buck up for the other 20%, but the hospital has payment programs. So all you got to do is ask about the payment programs. You can do it online. They can send you a bill, whichever one you choose. So they can do that. How long did the process take? Well, from the first visit to the last, it took about 6 weeks for me. Because that's the way the nurses, the appointment nurse had it scheduled. Now, I don't know if it's going to take more for somebody else. It's depending on your health and what you're going in there with. If you have underlying health issues like a heart condition, they may take a little longer to do that because you have to have time to heal. The process, as far as the surgery day times, the first surgery, now it had 3 surgeries, and I understand that not everybody's has 3 surgeries broke down. Some people have it, from beginning to end in 1 surgery. I don't know a thing in the world about that one. I just know about the one that I had, and it was broke down in 3 surgeries. The first one is an outpatient, and they sedate you, put you in there as an outpatient, and a couple hours later, you go home. That's whenever they put the brass anchors for the headpiece in. The second surgery, you're wide awake. It can take from 3 to 5 hours. Mine took 4. And that's where they actually put the diodes in your brain. And it's a little bit tough to handle, especially whenever because they're basically breaking open your skull and digging around in your brain. But it's not that harsh. During the procedure, it is an overnight thing, and I got sick as a dog off of the pain meds. Didn't have a problem with the pain from the surgery itself. Had a little swelling, but there again, it's just me. That's the way I reacted. The third surgery was whenever they hooked the battery pack up. And I was sore. I mean, I had bruising. I had bruising along my neck because they had to run a scope to direct the wires and tie them in. So it was sore. I had some swelling. That's all. Bruising and swelling. And it didn't take but a couple hours. And then we let everything heal for about 3 weeks, and then they turned the battery pack on and turned my system on. Hold on just a second. And now I get to pick up my big ass dog. But the 3 surgeries, strung out, plus turning your battery pack on, took 6 weeks. Now I'm happy as can be with it. Now somebody asked me what the name of the battery pack and equipment is. It's Vercise. V-E-R-C-I-S-E. Now I can't talk enough about that piece of equipment. I've gone 2 weeks, starting on 3, and I have yet to have to charge the piece of equipment. So I'm just thrilled with it. Now, side effects. I haven't had any. I quit shaking for most part. If I shake now, I think it's about 0.5% of what I had been doing. So they got it down 99.5%. And I'm thrilled. Don't even notice if I'm shaking or not. where did I have it done? I had it done in Vanderbilt Medical University in Nashville, Tennessee. And my doctors, and there was a team of doctors, but the neurologist that I seen right off the bat was Dr. Fang. But now he didn't do the surgery. Dr. Hahn did the surgery. And it was just a pit crew of a medical team. I couldn't talk enough good about it. And I've tried, but you know, there's just a whole team that makes you feel like you're, you know, the Queen of England or something. Oh, did I have to shave my head bald? Well, yeah. The initial haircut was done in a beauty shop, and they did like the lowest guard on the razor that some men call a buzz cut, and that was fine. But now whenever I went to the second and the third, they shaved my head clean. I mean, Kojak clean. They was shiny and bald. When could I drive again? When I didn't have to take pain meds, and I actually stretched it out until I had the battery pack turned on, because I didn't feel comfortable trying it and chancing it otherwise. Now, it may be different for you. Everybody's different. Everybody reacts different to medications and the surgeries. So, I can't explain anything other than that. Now, there are different doctors, and the procedures, even down to the incisions, are different for every doctor. Not every doctor does the same cuts that Dr. Hahn does. I mean, he gave me the little Klingon look. Whenever I had my bald head, I had 2 cuts right here, in addition to the 2 on the right and 2 on the left for the anchors. They healed well. My right side healed faster than my left. Don't know why, I'm just weird. But I had a friend that I've been talking to, and she had her cuts. She had the anchors, the 4 anchors, but her doctor cut her across the top of the head to get to everything, instead of one slit and then another slit. And then she had the battery packed down. I don't know why, but it's just everybody's different. She has healed different. She's had side effects. She's had some bad swelling, some vertigo, some migraines. It's just a list of stuff. But now she has some pre-existing conditions, and I just don't know if that was what affected it or not. Hondo, I'm not a chew toy, okay? But anyway, I am living it up. And like I said, I haven't charged the battery pack but once since I've had it, and that was the initial charge. That was charging it up, because you've got to go in there with it charged before they can set the frequencies and, you know, set your pack to the type of the frequency and depth that it's going to have to be. So make sure you charge your pack before you leave home. I didn't, and I rode all the way to Nashville, which is about 2 hours, wearing the charging harness so I could charge my pack. So, and charge the remote, because you have a remote with this thing. And some doctors, I don't know if all of the doctors do it, but some doctors, I know Dr. Hahn and Dr. Fang told me that I could adjust my frequency. Like if I'm getting a little bit shaky again, I can bump the frequency up a little bit. So some doctors may let you do that and some may not. I did notice on the computer when they could show a limit on how much I could do. So obviously you can turn it off, but you can, if it's on and you start shaking, and you bump it up and you're still shaking, it's time to go to the doctor. Because that way they can turn off the little stop and reset you and turn it up again, so take away the shakes again. I mean, this is going to be something that you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life. If you shake, you're going to live with it for the rest of your life, and at some point it's going to get too much to where you can't do anything. Like I couldn't cut my food, couldn't hold a drink, but now I can hold a dog and drink without a straw and a sippy cup. So with that, I think we're going to wind up at DBS, unless you have some individual questions, and I will try to answer them the best of I can. Just post them down below, and if I missed anything or if somebody has something to add, feel free to add to it. But like, subscribe, and share, because everybody needs to know that this can be controlled, and some people just don't know that it's out there to be done. So with that, I'm going to say good day. I'm going to go outside, enjoy the sunshine, and enjoy my garden. So have a good day. And you have a good condo. Nom, 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 nom. Yes, and have a good condo. Kisses. Everybody needs a hound dog like that.